going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be installing some new tires on the 8.6. So yeah, now I've been a bit MIA on this channel, but hopefully this year we can try to make some more videos. But yeah, winter is just about over, so it is time to do the normal car things once again. That's why today I have the 8.6 in here, up on all four jack stands, and I'm gonna try to do some things here. Yeah, you guys aren't seeing double. This is my going overboard with Advan GT. So just like that, we're back from the tire shop. Shout out to Josh for helping me get these mounted. So right now we're gonna put these on the 8.6. Might have to do a couple adjustments here, hoping to get the fitment in the front to fit pretty flush without rubbing. So we're gonna have to maybe mess with the camber, mess around with spacers and everything, but I'm really trying to get a aggressive fitment on the front, and I think it will look super cool. So go into more detail on what the tires are and how this came about. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. So this video might be all over the place, but I figured I kind of update you guys on the car and everything that's going on. Right in front of us right here is the Falken Azenis RT660 Plus. So it is their latest in this RT660 lineup. So this is a bit of an updated design from the RT660. As you can see, these are 200 tread wear semi slicks. Look at the tread, guys. Like, this is gonna last 50 miles. Yeah, the reason I have this is because I've recently become a part of Team Emotion, and through them I was able to get this partial kind of sponsorship from Falken. So that's why we have these. Definitely not the ideal daily driver tire, but guys, this is so insane. Look at this sidewall. This is exactly the look I want. So I've had these Kendas here on this other set of Advans I have, but this set's actually for sale and it may be gone by the time this video is up. But yeah, this is quite the upgrade, guys. I've never had tires like this and they just feel super sticky. Yeah, it should be super fun to put these on. You guys can see the Azenis and the Falken logo are actually very defined on this sidewall. This is what I think is pretty neat about these. It's like I don't know, guys, just performance wise they're probably pretty solid, but just the looks of it, man, like whew, something else. I may end up doing another model review since some things have changed, but probably since the last video, the latest thing in here is the Vertex Night Runner collab wheel. Picked this up a little while ago and definitely my dream steering wheel. I never thought I'd own one. But yeah, this one's number 4. It's on the Night Runner quick tilt as well. I think in the future we're gonna have some harnesses in here as well, and a roll bar or half cage sort of thing, just to really complete this interior, because right now it's already pretty solid, but I would definitely want to expand it a bit here and add some more bits. So I definitely want to increase the front camber if I can, because what I plan to do is actually throw on a spacer, because I feel like I could have some more clearance. As you can see, I have rubbed through the fender liner and onto the firewall. I think it's because going full lock on this car with the setup I had, I didn't have enough clearance here. So I felt like if I push the wheel out, camber in the top, maybe I'll get some more clearance. I really don't want to raise the car or anything like that. This is just the cut for this splitter rod here. At least back when I had a different setup, I think I had to cut this for some reason here, probably to fit something here. I'm under here, I kind of forget why I had to cut this fender liner. I wonder if I should just replace this entire thing here, because I feel like I don't need to cut this. It might have been to fit this initially, but now I'm looking at it, I feel like maybe I don't need to clearance it. So I'm actually waiting on a 12 mil spacer, but unfortunately Amazon is not delivering on time. This one's a little bit chewed up here because it was seized into one of the wheels I had on and it looks terrible. This is actually a 15 mil spacer, so I feel like this might be too much poke, but at least it'll give us an idea. My fenders aren't touched. They have rubbed before, as you can see. I need to do some touch up here or something, but otherwise all I've done on this fender is hammer this this part right here, since the wheels would tend to rub right here, but as we know it's a flat lip throughout the fender. But I definitely have a lot of room to lower the car still, so if I could I would, but I feel like right now the height is a perfect height. Otherwise I feel like I would not be able to ever jack up this car without bunch of ramps and everything like that, and also I'll definitely end up clapping out the splitter. But before we adjust the camber and stuff, I'm just gonna poke the wheel out and see what it looks like with the new tires. I actually do need to clean up the Advance. They are quite dusty right now, so yeah, but these tires are so sick, guys, and everything is sticking to them. I really hope these last at least a year for me, and I do plan to track this car at least one time with them, so we'll see how that goes. For now, that's what it is. So let's give this a try with the 15 mil spacer without adjusting anything yet. We're gonna see what this looks like. Oh yeah, I think the poke might be too insane for this. Like if I mount this down, I don't know. I mean, once we lower the car, it might be okay, but it's definitely really aggressive and might rub on that tab. I kind of don't wanna. We could probably maybe jacking up the wheel and seeing, but of course the spring is so stiff that it's not gonna work. Look at this camber, guys. I'm just kidding. Let me try to bolt this down and see what it looks like. I don't know, guys. I mean, look at it right now. Just from this angle, that is so close, but it's gonna camber in once I drop the car down. It might just work. It might just work. Because another reason is I don't want to keep rubbing on the inside there, especially at full lock. I have steering rack spacer, but still seems to rub there anyway, so not sure to deal with that. See, these, I definitely can't use these spacers. Like, look how chewed up they are. Once I give it a quick spray or something, maybe I'll just sand it down. I actually don't have any hub rings right now, so not too bad. It might rub like crazy. I don't want to clap these fenders, especially when I'm doing hard driving. I might just camber it in to be safe, but I don't know. I'll just mount all four on, see what it looks like, go from there. As far as the rear goes, I don't think I'm gonna have a whole lot of options here since the fitment is already quite tight. So I might just leave it with this 3 mil spacer I have on currently, making it an effective offset of plus 42. And I think we're just gonna stick with that for now. Everything is sticking to these tires. That is something different. Never had that kind of grip in my life, so give it a try. These Falkens do run quite wide, so I may need to remove this spacer depending on how this looks. So yeah, once I put the wheels on the other side, I'm gonna work on one side at a time here. I feel like I'm gonna have to end up adjusting the front camber, but there's no problem with that. That was my initial plan anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna get these snug down, put the car down, and we'll see what it looks like. So I just jacked up the wheel and I put all four on, but it's not even full extension or anything like that. You see it would clear right here, maybe not, but yeah, I definitely have to camber this in. So we just send it here and go ahead. I'm gonna get this car realigned anyways, but oh my goodness, guys, imagine fitment like this. Super tight. Like, how am I even supposed to drive this thing? But see, on the camber plate, I have room to push the whole thing in, so I'm just about to do that. Throw the whole thing in. So I'm gonna take note of where the bolts are now in case I regret my decision. The wheel got turned a little bit, but maxing out the camber plate up top. Definitely have more room in there. Of course, this isn't probably full compression or anything like that. It is a little concerning up here where this is, but hopefully that gives us an inner clearance as well because of the spacer pushing this out. This fender is pretty okay, but it is cutting it close right here, so I'm not sure. But either way, I think if we went to a 12 mil, it might give us enough clearance here. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll just stick with the 15s. But we're gonna need to put this down on the ground to see. Rears are a little concerning. I mean, it's gonna camber in when I put the car down, but there's a chance it could rub back here. So I could always just take off the spacer. But right now I can't really adjust the rear camber because the control arms may be a little seized up. So maybe we just have to get some upper control arms here. Guys, look at this poke. It's absolutely insane. Like, I feel like maybe it's too much that all these rocks are just flying up on my car. Either way, I am so stoked about these tires. It's gonna be something crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and max out the camber plate on the other side, since that is what we're gonna go with here. Hopefully it's even. Yeah, we'll go from there. So I had to do a few adjustments to the camber bolts because I felt like they were a little uneven. So I think they're the same, I'm not sure. I'm gonna put this down. I still feel like this side is more sunken in, but obviously it's hard to tell from up here. So I don't know, it kind of looks the same from now, this angle. I maxed out the plates. I think the bolts still have a little bit to go, but I just tried to match the same positions before. But anyways, we're gonna put the car down to see what the fitment looks like. All right, so here's the driver's side. That is quite the tilt. I feel like it would clear on this side, but on this side, doesn't it just look like there's just a little bit more, or sorry, a little bit less camber on this side. I mean, I could get a measure. Obviously, getting in a real alignment, you'll get the actual numbers and everything, but either way, it's definitely more poke than before. It actually looks absolutely insane. The rears, I don't know, guys. It looks pretty darn close, but it might just work. So I'm just gonna back it out into the driveway, get a better angle. I didn't even torque these down yet. I'm just gonna reverse. Guys, oh my goodness, look at that. That is gnarly. That is just something else. I can't believe it. Okay, so driver's side. I love how you can kind of see the tire from the front. It just looks so sick. Passenger side. I feel like when I go get my alignment, I can match the passenger side. I might just take a tape measure right now and just see where we at. I feel like definitely the driver's side a little more sunk in. The passenger side looks freaking crazy. I'm not trying to show too much where I live, but better view outside. So definitely clearance here. I'm kind of afraid of this right here. I might just have to test drive it, honestly, to really know this side. So the rear, if I could poke out the rear another 5 millimeters and then camber it in, I would, but maybe we're just getting a little too ambitious here. But clearance here as well, but oh my, it is close. It is so close that I don't know if my springs are stiff enough to support this. If we just go with max camber like this side, still feel like it's not the same. All right, so after a whole lot of adjusting and figuring things out, I realized that coilover height on this side was lower than the other, which seemed to in turn affect how I can change the camber. So I got them both to match. Right now, I think we have a lot of camber in the front. Hopefully it's not too much. As you can see, both sides kind of matched compared to before, so hopefully that does the trick. I didn't even get to drive this yet. I don't even know if it's gonna rub or anything yet, but yeah, guys, just really prepping this car for this season. It's gonna be so much fun. Honestly, I'd lower this thing another 1/4 inch if I could, but I think the car is already sitting pretty low. Finished our alignment here, and after all the adjustments I did, I eyeballed the camber, and of course after you adjust camber and ride height and things, it changes up the toe, so that was mainly the reason for the alignment. So as you can see, the front left is -5, front right -4.7. It's pretty close to 5, so we decided just to kind of leave it there. As you can see, the toe, looking at 0.05, so it's pretty close to 0. It should be all right for the tire wear. Here's the rears. Since my lower control arms are seized, they are kind of stuck at -2.7, which isn't bad. I think that's good enough for this car. And of course, the pretty much 0 toe in the rear. So that is our current alignment spec. -5 is definitely a lot for the street and maybe just in general, but guys, the car feels amazing. The fitment is absolutely insane. I just can't believe I was able to fit this setup here the way I have it. It's literally the perfect fitment that I've always wanted. So yeah, -5 is crazy, but we're gonna rock with it. You know, since we're kind of sponsored, just get another set of tires if these get cooked. But let's check out the final setup. We're in the garage now. I did some B-roll before, and it pretty much still looks like that. But guys, oh my goodness, I just can't believe this car is at the level it is now. But you can kind of see the tilt of the front. I did have to adjust the coilover so that the camera matches. From a visual standpoint, I think it is pretty darn close. If you really were to look closely though, I feel like you would probably notice just a slight difference, but I think I'm just gonna get over myself and I think it's fine. So yeah, oh my goodness, guys. Can't wait to kind of rock this setup for the season. These tires feel amazing, and they're definitely way nicer than the Kendas I had. The rear, guys. is just flush. Unrolled fenders, of course. Over time, this bumper has shaved itself down right here. So it used to rub here. Now it doesn't really do that. Yeah, what do you guys think? Too much for the street? And clearly the poke now is pretty aggressive. We're gonna be putting on some Falken stickers now since we are part of the team. I'm gonna put it right above my emotion banner. So I also have a two-tone sort of thing going on. And hopefully it should be pretty solid. I did add a banner to the back. So if we go back here, you guys can see. Did add the banner to the back. Definitely looking a whole lot more complete now. I actually have a different license plate frame coming in, so that shows up soon. For now, the car aesthetically is just about where I want it. Eventually, I do want to get some different side skirts. Had this TRD carbon splitter set up for a while now. Nothing wrong with it. I actually do like it a lot. I just think maybe I want to take this car to the next level. I could try to do something different. Same with the fenders as well. So eventually this alignment spec will change. But right now I am definitely enjoying it the way it is. Still think we could have cambered this in a little bit. But definitely the next big mod for this car is a big brake kit. Because right now, I feel like shortcoming of this car, short from the power, of course. Small looking brakes. Yes, this is my daily driver, and this is also a part-time show car, and also just a car that I do want to take to the track at some point. And I know that a 6-pot setup in the front is a little bit overkill, but if you guys want a car to do everything you want and be, you know, show worthy, you have to do everything. So that is my next plan for this, is to get a big brake kit, probably 6-pot fronts, 4-pot rears. We'll see how things go with that. I think you guys are gonna hear it here first. I do want to boost this car eventually. Not anytime soon, but I think in its future, I do see forced induction for this car, and I think that will just really liven everything up. But right now, I just love how it's currently set up. Power is honestly enough for me. It sounds great at the header, and it's just so much fun to drive. So also do eventually want a different trunk. So right now this is just the stock OEM trunk with, of course, the Voltex wing on top. But I do kind of want something with more of a curve. So it has like a ducktail on it. So I have seen a couple that I've been eyeing, but we're just gonna rock with the stock trunk for now. Also thinking about getting some rain guards. So either the OEM Toyota ones that I don't think they make anymore, or ones that sit flush right on the door frame itself. Just a small detail. And that will be the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I don't upload as consistently as I used to, and hopefully this year I can do better at that. Yeah, I know the video was kind of over the place, but just doing a couple updates to the 8.6, getting it ready for this season, and there's a whole lot more to come. So definitely subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at wo.kgfx, and check out my brand, Katana Style, katanastyle.com, and at katana.style on Instagram. See you guys next time. Peace.